Today we're going to talk about Qi and the Qigong. To the Westerners, Qi and Qigong is still very confusing for most of them. But eventually, for a lot of Chinese, still confused too. The reason for that was simple. If you think about Qigong in China has been existing for at least about 4,000 years, and then start from acupuncture. But it didn't get into the Western society only until 1970s. Because the reason the Qigong still put the big questions, what is Qi, what is the Qigong? But since 1973 until now is 2004, then there's a big advanced and big understanding of what Chinese talk about Qi and Qigong. Keep thinking, if Qi and Qigong is not scientific, how can it be existing for 4,000 years? It's used for Chinese healing, for example, acupuncture is a part of a Qigong, has been commonly adopted by the Western Medical Society now. So now today we're going to explain what is the Qi and Qigong from a scientific point of view. It's very important for you to accept this concept. Then in this case, the East and West will be able to exchange its culture. Remember, Qi and Qigong, this one has been existing in China for 4,000 years. It's developed from the accumulations of a lot of experience and the knowledge and study. In the West, only last 20 to 25 years, then this concept slowly influenced this society. We try to trace back the history in this country. We'll see what happened. You look at the Russian and the French. The Russian and French, actually, they have acupuncture theory, acupuncture study, acupuncture practice for more than 200 years. But in America, this history was very short. You think about only in 1973, when the President Nixon visited mainland China, at that time, the acupuncture started revealed to this country. So what happened in 1973? I wonder a lot of old generations, people still remember at that time. It's a big event because at that times it's the first time China opened the gate to the Westerners. When the Nixon was in China at that time, Chinese government demonstrated a heart operation in front of Nixon at that time. But I believe at that time Nixon was wondering why. Because the heart bypass operation was already popular, common in the United States. But why they want to demonstrate the heart operations? But after Nixon looked at that, looked at the operation demonstrations, he was so shocked. Why he was shocked? One big difference. The difference is in the Western society, when you operate the heart or any kind of a big surgery, the patient has to be in coma. But when Nixon looked at the operation in China, actually the patient was talking to the doctor. Why they are operating him? So this slide I'm going to show you is I got it from one acupuncture book. Okay, so now you see the slides. From these slides, you can easily see there's a heavy operations. This area, of course, is not hard because, as I mentioned, this comes from an acupuncture cover. Is this not hard? Hard is around this area, but at least this is a big area, big operation because you have to cut it open. One big thing you can see, you notice, is the patient is awake. The patient can communicate with the doctor about how he feels, about everything. But question is, how is it possible to the Western society? Where is the pain? See, that's become a big question of this one. But if you notice inside, you can see a lot of acupuncture point and the acupuncture needles inserted into the patient's body. The question is so simple. How do we interpret pain? How do you feel the pain? It's because of the brain. But if you can stop the message from the heart pass to the brain, then this message won't be received by the brain for this area. Then the brain won't feel the pain. So in this case, you don't have problem. So we take a little look. We try to understand the Qi system. Okay, you look at, if this is the brain on the top, okay, and this is the heart. How can brain feel the pain from the heart area? It's come from, you call nerves, because there's nerve connections. So from the nerves, the mind is able to communicate with the brain. But remember, nerves is electric fiber, is a material The brain is a fiber, and the heart is a material as well. But all this material, it need electricity or it need qi to maintain their surviving, to maintain their function. So in the Western society, amazingly, the Chinese medicine, the Western medicine developed in a different way. You should recognize what point. In the Western medicine, before all the development, is that what you see, what you believe. What you feel is considered non-scientific, non-logical. See, it's very common. You can go to see the Western doctors in the past, not today. You can see there's a pain in this area. The doctor can take a look and they take an x-ray, everything. But there's nothing wrong. He said, go home, it's in your mind. Eventually, you can feel pain for a few months. Finally, you feel so painful, you have to come to this doctor again. They say, please take a look again. Now, doctor take an x-ray, they see, okay, there's something wrong, physically damaged inside, for example, the liver had problem. Then now the doctor said, now you are sick. See, that's a Western concept, and Chinese concept is different. Because Chinese concept believe 3-4 months ago when you feel the pain, because the energy lose balance. When the energy lose balance, it triggers the nerves overreacting. So then this comes we call the feeling. Because before we stop there for a while, we'll talk about feeling. This feeling in the Western society and Chinese concept is have the same feeling, but the different interpretations. Okay. So feeling to Chinese is communication, is a language. This feeling is a language of the mind and the body. So this is a very important language. So this is a feeling. When the feeling is normal, it's fine. But when the feeling is a pain or painful, so that means the body start complaining. The body complains to the mind, says something going wrong. That's what we can feel, the pain. That means you have to do something about it to solve the problem. It's very amazing, the Western society, when you feel the pain, then you take a painkiller. When you take a painkiller, actually you kill the communication of the mind and the body. But Chinese, when you feel the pain, what they do, they try to find the cause of the energy imbalance. In this case, once you set up the new balance of the qi, then it's fine. Then all the symptoms gone. Physical damage can be stopped, can be prevented. See? Now, when you look at this situation for this mind, how the brain and mind can feel the pain of the heart is very simple. Because there's a qi system. This qi system is an energy system, has never been understood by the Westerners for many, many years. Slowly now, because of the development of the modern equipments, then now they can test it, they can measure it, now they can recognize it's existing. There are many books now existing, you can read about it. One of them is called Energy Medicine. All they discuss about Western concept, how they understand was the Eastern practice of the Qi and Qigong. Okay, now, in order to maintain the nerve function, you have to have a Qi system to supply the Qi to maintain its function of these nerves. So because of this reason, here there is a Qi system. So this Qi system you can see, this Qi system supplies nerves to maintain this function, as we said. Now, what happened? Chinese understand the Qi system in the body after so many thousand years of study. So Chinese say, well, if the brain controls entire body, but this is only connection, how can I just switch this off? When I switch this off, that means the brain don't feel the pain from the heart. At the same time, the brain can maintain function for every other part. See? This has become very important part of the practice of acupuncture called anesthesia. Because this reason, that's why the patient doesn't have to feel the pain for this. So that's why you can have operation. The best part of that is that once you recover, you can remove it and resume the qi circulation. And there's no too much a side effect as a Western anesthesia. Okay, so from here, I just only give you an example. And since then, we see that Chinese acupuncture has been studied. and try to understand in the Western society, especially in the medical science. It's slowly accepted, but now, generally Qigong concept has been studied by all the universities or medical societies today. So it's important for me to introduce what the Chinese Qi and Qigong with the right concept, because this one can also be abused by a big society, talk about how mysterious it is, or how wonderful power it is. Eventually, it's very scientific. Everything you have to find is a logical explanations and scientific explanation as well. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what is Qi, what is Qigong, actually what it is.